Alright, welcome back to the Castlevania Ravenloft RPG. We are missing Mr. Jeeves. We don't know where he's at. So, I guess he's gonna just hopefully maybe magically appear suddenly. But the last time we left our heroes, they were dealing with the burning down of Blinsky's toy shop and trying to control the damage that came from that. Let me turn this music down a little bit. I can't hear myself think. Oh, it's only at 10%. Huh. I mean, that's not very loud. It just gets loud all of a sudden. Sorry. Anyways, yes, so Blinsky's toy shop burned down, and his monkey was killed. And it seems Izek is the one that's done it. And now, Alexandra has decided to sleep with Izek, and is being choked as he's burning her with his hand. It's quite a terrible situation to be in. Let me get Izek into the combat thing here so I have his stats available to me. I guess I can pull up the combat tracker here for anyone else to see. Why is he not adding? Oh, that's how you do it.
See, even the system doesn't want them to fight.
Okay, so while you're getting choked, it was a couple of hours before, well, since you've seen your friends, and it sounds like Brent, out of character, might think that that's a little bit long, and that although you guys totally said that no one needs to go with her, and pretty confident nothing bad's gonna happen. Like, maybe partway through you thought otherwise. So I'm gonna ask you guys first, what would you like to do before I explain what's happened or going to happen with Alexandra?
Can I make an insight check to realize how terribly bad a mistake we made?
Okay, do you remember when Danica was like, Izek Strazni, and she had the concerned look on her face?
Yes.
Yeah, that might come to your mind, so, sure, roll an insight check. Yeah, you think Izek's a great guy. Izek is,
fine.
he's gonna be the baby's daddy of your friend's, children.
I mean, even without that, I think after an hour or 2 hours, we would start to wonder, like, if she was just going to go to him and find out the truth, even sleeping with him wouldn't take that long, and it's still, like, morning.
How do you know?
So it's not like they would sleep afterwards because it's still like the AM hours. So
You don't know how badly he might have worn her out.
I guess, but at the same time, she's alone with like a really not nice dude.
That she's been alone with twice before.
Yeah,
But how long?
Elias, you worry too much.
just ignore me. I'm just giving you shit, dude.
Yes, maybe you're right, Jack. I try to play this off and kind of ignore it, but I guess this is just the way things are between the two of them.
Come to think of it, how much sex have you had in your lifetime, Priestman?
Ooh.
Right, I see. Yeah, it can take a while sometimes.
By all means, guys, continue.
I'll take your word for it, my friend. You're right. I have not had the pleasure.
Then it can be... Relax, you don't want to walk in them during it. Probably be a bad time, you know. People flopping around, Alexandra's probably flopping around differently, and giant demon arm, and...
Yes, that's quite descriptive enough. But how long should we wait before we check on her?
I didn't ask for details, did you? No, seriously. I don't know if you asked for details.
She was very insistent this whole time, and we had held her back for a while, and I kind of just wanted her to have her way for once.
Well, she was until he started choking her.
Well, it's not our place to choose or judge who she's having a fun time with, even if that is Izek Strazni.
True enough, as much as I hate it. Hopefully some good comes out of this. So far it's gotten us in a better situation than we were previously, but I wonder what the ultimate consequences may be.
Ultimate consequences, is that my cue?
Unless Elias wants to, make a persuasion check against Jack, I think we've pretty much talked ourselves into waiting a little while longer.
Yeah, let
Okay,
me do
fair
that.
enough.
I'll try persuasion. 13.
You can take it for what it is, Jack. 13. You're setting your own difficulty on this.
Well, maybe I'd hate to violate her privacy, but he did just set fire to a toymaker's house.
I also have my suspicions that there's more going on with Izek than we might at first have realized.
I guess if we walk in on her, well...
Well, I don't think we should walk in on her either way, but if we can confirm that they're alone in a room together, then I think I would feel better. I just want to know that nothing has happened to her acutely so
you
far.
just want to know that she's getting some?
I don't have much experience with the situation itself, but I guess you could say I'm worried to know that things are as she expected them to be.
So let's say we find them. We knock on the door. Are you going to offer tea and lemonade and make sure everything's all right?
I don't think we should knock at all, but if we can confirm they're in a room together and that nothing has set fire yet, I'll feel better.
Well, the only thing aflame should be their loins, but...
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So we wait for them and clap when we're done?
I think
When they're done?
I think we could leave once we confirm that nothing is terribly wrong there, and maybe watch from a safe distance until they leave the...
Watch!
Not watching directly.
I mean,
Wherever-
if you want to see it, if you need a demonstration, I can always... He starts waving his fingers like he does when he does minor illusion.
Magic finger.
No, that's quite all right. I think I understand the mechanics of it. I'm not an expert, but I have had it explained to me by the brothers before. I think I understand.
Yeah, sure, fine. Let's see if we can find her.
Okay, I'm rather bored here anyway. I'm not quite up to drinking or eating anymore.
After you then, Crusader.
And speaking of, I not too fond of the nickname. The Crusaders have quite a history of violence. That's not quite who I am.
I choose it for a reason.
Of course you do, my friend. I did call you a jester.
Call me jester, call me fool, I'll take no offense. Both are true. Were true.
Fair enough.
Are true.
So, let us be off and see if we can find any hints or clues as to where our friend may have been run.
Right. You're taking Mr. Jeeves with you, I assume.
Yeah. So, logical deduction here, out of character, it would make sense to ask a guard where Izek is because he's a captain of the guard, but the ones that we find immediately would not have information on, what Alexander's doing because we wouldn't go to the gate guards yet, probably. But we can ask a guard for the general location of Izek if they had seen him. So how should we play that?
I'll let you and Logan discuss what you want to do, and I'll tell you the results of your actions.
Investigation.
Okay. So we just kind of wander, like the general direction towards the wall until we happen upon maybe like the which is the closest wall to where we're at.
Good question. Let's see here. Let's see. You guys are smack dab in the middle of the town.
Okay, you know what? I think it's reasonable, since we have the most experience talking to the Eastern Gate guards, it would make sense to go back to them. Right?
I think it's reasonable enough to where that's what Alexandra did. Metagaming, there might be a little bit of touch to it, but I think that it would be wise enough, yeah.
I mean, we haven't really talked to any other ones except very briefly of the ones that were attacked during the vampire thing. So it kind of makes sense. They would remember our faces, probably.
You had some friendly guards at the mansion. One of them in particular helped you out, kind of stuck his neck out for you in the past.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Brent, you're on your own. It looks like Jack wants to go back inside as soon as you leave.
Okay, did you roll for that or something?
Yeah,
he did.
He rolled a natural 1.
Holy crap.
I think it's safe to say at this point, with the way Jack has role-played and rolled, that Jack has no interest on barging in on Alexandra and meddling in her affairs. But Elias seems pretty hell-bent on helping out if help needs to be...
Will,
I don't know.
That makes sense. That makes sense in character, the nature of who he is and the nature of who Jack is. That would make sense.
Jack's willing to go along because he doesn't... Well, honestly, he thinks the big metal Boy Scout's going to get himself into trouble. Why, hello there, young brigands. I'm sure you look trustworthy. Hand you my armor? Why, of course.
All right, so
you trek across town to the East Gate, and there you see the same male and female guard that that welcomed you into the city the day before.
Okay. So I assume that Jeeves is still with me.
Yes, Jeeves is with you guys.
Okay.
He's as quiet as he usually is.
Right. Ho there, friends. It is the priest again. Good day to you.
Hey.
Yes. I'm presently looking for my companion, the female, with the blonde hair. Have you seen her recently?
Oh yes, she came to ask us questions about where she could find the captain.
Ah, yes, of course. That is what I figured she was up to. Do you know where she might have gone after talking to you?
Well, she did say, but I don't know if this is your business. You say you are her friend, but why are you looking for her?
Well, I am quite worried. I don't know what your relationship is with the captain, but
Put my hand over his mouth.
Thank God.
he's not there anymore, is he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Well, you don't have to let him hold his hand over your mouth. I mean, you guys play this out how you want to.
Jesus Christ,
that's a
Logan.
wisdom 1.
Oh,
That's
God.
3 ones for Logan.
Burn that die. Go melt that sucker.
So what does that do?
I don't know. That's his
As
roll. He's
soon as
rolling.
he
He
puts
makes up
hand
rolls
over
on his
your
own.
mouth, he turns to the guards and says, "We're worried Izek's a murderous bitch."
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. Let's see. They just said that this might not be any of your business, and you're being either really honest or really offensive to them, depending on
Yeah.
what they think of Izek.
Exactly. We're about to find out.
The male guard steps forward and says, "Are you trying to start trouble here?"
Absolutely not. Just stating what you said. You asked what business was it of ours. We have a genuine concern for our compatriot. In our short time in Vallaki, we have been given reason to believe that Izek is, though a fantastic hammer blow, spear point in the town's defense, not the nicest of gentlemen.
Well, he has kept this town safe from many dangers. We have seen him fell many wolves, and he protects us from the Vistani that wish to steal our children and sell them to vampires. You are a stranger to this town. You come here making accusations of the town hero. And sure, there are people who say things about him, but who are you to come into our town and think he's a murderer? Your friend seems to like him enough.
And what do you say, madam? Elias addresses the female.
She says, "I'm not going to say anything that's going to get me in trouble. So, my opinion doesn't matter."
But does your opinion extend to the potential life and limb of an innocent, mostly innocent young woman? She's got a foul mouth.
Bite me.
As you wish.
Ugh.
Yay, our Mark has joined us.
She looks over to her male guard companion as if, like, because he stepped forward. He's not quite looking at her at the moment, and you see her give a quick glance at him, like she might say something if he wasn't here, but she says instead, "You're not looking for trouble here. You should just move on."
We're not looking for trouble, we're looking for our friend, and if you know where she's gone, I would appreciate her location.
"You are distracting us from our guard duties. We must be diligent and watch past the gate."
Look at Elias, look at Jeeves.
I suppose you couldn't tell us either where the captain himself might have gone.
I suppose that if you want the captain, then maybe you just have to keep bothering us.
Look at Elias. They just threatened us.
Yes, I'm aware. I got 16 persuasion, Mike. Is that anything?
When you said what?
Okay, I'll just add something then. Friends, I assure you we mean no trouble, and we do not wish to certainly engage in any way. But I understand if you don't want me to get too involved in the matters of the town, but at least the general location of the leader, I'm sure he would deal with me swiftly if he didn't so wish to talk to me.
Look, we're not going to bother Izek with you fools today, but if you're looking for your friend, she said something about a tavern.
A tavern. Okay, fair enough. Thank you.
Did you see which direction she went?
She went back down the main road. Now, you should do the same.
And we do.
All right.
All right, the main road's not very helpful. It's the Svalich road. It's the road that even went through the village of Barovia. Which
Okay.
led you here, and it extends all the way from the east and through the west side of the town.
Okay, so I speak to Jack and to Jeeves. Well, we know she wasn't at the tavern we know. She wasn't at the Blue Water. Are there any other taverns?
I'm sure there are a dozen other taverns, but we're not getting anything else out of them while he's around.
Yes, someone must know more about the town's such locations. Let's have a walk, see if we can find someone else to speak to.
So, Mark, are you with us now? No? Nope.
He says he can hear us, but we apparently can't hear him because his whole computer's frozen.
Okay. How did you know that? Is this on...
It's in Facebook Messenger.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, so we've spent enough time with your actions. Let's get down to Alexandra.
Oh, Lord.
Fair enough.
Alexandra, Izek is on top of you, his entire body weight, and he hasn't ceased what you began, but his hand is crushing your throat so tight that you can't even scream. And scream you would as your flesh begins to sear from your throat. He gets to roll his fire damage right now. 16 points of fire damage.
Whew.
As you smell your flesh and even parts of your hair begin to catch on fire. And he says, I thought you could have been something special, but you had to keep asking questions. What would you like to do?
She can't really say anything because her throat's being crushed right now, so I guess a perception check to see if there's anything in the room she could use that would help her out of this situation.
Well, all of your gear is on the floor next to you, along with his. His battle axe is resting in the corner. On the kind of stand next to the bed is a lamp that has a lit candle in it. That looks like something you could hit him with if you want, or really anything you want to do. It's all up to you.
She's gonna flail out and grab that lamp and try to bash him in the head with it.
Okay. And are you doing this to hurt him or what?
Daze him, I guess. Not actually hurt him, but daze him enough to make him stop choking her.
So you're doing this in hopes that
To stun him.
it'll stun him. In your panicked judgment, you might think that would work, but it's probably not going to stun him. It may give you an opportunity to try to wiggle free, though. So go ahead and roll a d20 for me. All right. Yes, with your added strength bonus, that definitely hits him. And for damage for this improvised weapon, I'm just going to say it'll be a d4. So go ahead and roll a d4. Okay, so you smash the lamp into Izek Strozny's face. Just add that to him there. And
for his head, not his actual face.
not the face, not the face. Well, okay, you hit him in the head, and he wasn't expecting the blow, so it surprises him just a moment. Go ahead and roll an acrobatics check. Excellent. And he is going to make an opposed strength check. With the lamp bashed side of his head, it gives you just a little bit of moment to where you can just like squirrel your way out of this guy. So you spring up and you are now off the bed and he's jumping up after you. So that was your turn. He already had his surprise round turn. And he's going to once again hurl flames at you. Luckily though, you can breathe at this point. So he shoots the palm of his hand towards you and engulfs you with fire. He doesn't miss, and it scorches you for 13 points of damage.
Damn it!
Now you're standing up naked. You just took another good hit from him. You feel like you're pretty wounded. You can tell that even naked without his axe in his hand, he's a pretty considerable foe. What would you like to do?
Go for the
Damn it,
window.
Izek, stop!
Your voice rings out hoarse as it sounds like he's damaged part of your throat.
Get his axe and run!
Roll a persuasion check. Ooh, excellent. Damn it, Izek, stop.
If you were looking for foreplay, that's not the way to go about it.
And if he doesn't say anything, what do you want to do with the rest of your round? If it doesn't look like he's going to stop.
Reach for my gear at least so I can have something in my hand in case he decides to keep trying, and slowly move towards the door.
You see that you could grab your rapier or you could grab your whip. But only one.
I'll go for the whip.
Okay. So you grab the whip and you start slowly or just rushing for the door?
Slowly.
Alright.
Almost like she doesn't want to actually leave.
Okay. Now, in response to your persuasion... Let me see here. His insight's actually pretty good. He really thinks that you are willing to talk this out. And he can tell that you're scared, and he says, "So, you think you can escape?"
I was hoping not to have to.
Even after all this, you'd still be willing to be with me?
If you think you can handle me.
You and your friends, you'll never leave this town.
What makes you so sure?
Because after I'm done with you, I'm going to have them all hanged.
We'll see about that.
He rushes and grabs the battle axe, and with the rest of his movement, after grabbing his axe, he starts to move in between you and the door. He never left your area of attack, like the spaces that you threatened, and because you weren't actually right on the door, he could actually get in between you and the door. He has his axe only in one hand, and you know that this guy, if he had both hands on this axe, it could do a lot more damage. He's just going to hurl flames at you again. But it looks like he's getting ready to use that axe as well. He misses you with the flames. You duck out of the way as the flames shoot over your head. Then he brings his battle axe up with one hand and slashes, which you also dodge, and that misses as well. So now you're armed, and he's armed, and he's standing in front of the door. There is a window here too, but you're on the second story, and you're naked.
Well, time to try to disarm him. I don't see battle tokens. Where are they? Shit.
Out of character question, Mike.
Sure.
So, the people that are in charge of or like staying at this tavern, do they just ignore these kinds of things, or?
When Izek left to go upstairs, he gave the tavern owner a knowingful look, and the
Yeah, I
tavern
remember
owner
that.
nodded.
Is it unusual at all for there to be a fight, though?
I'm gonna guess no, or they're afraid of him enough to not.
Yeah.
You can make your assumptions from the information I've given you. But, let's see. In your combat superiority, is disarm one of those?
Yep.
Let me just look over there. Disarming. Yes, that would add to the attack roll, and they would have to make a strength saving throw to see if you disarm them.
Which technically he's only using one hand, so.
Yeah, I don't think that affects the saving throw.
Damn it.
That just affects the damage he outputs with it.
Alright, where do I even click and drag this on? Because I don't see the character token.
Do you have the combat tracker up?
Oh, yeah, hold on.
You just drag it on him. It's a hit. So roll the extra damage die for it. Oh.
That's good.
Alright, and let me just look in your notes. The DC for saving is 14. He's got a... there's 4 on there, I believe. Yeah, he rolled a 16, so he's not disarmed.
Damn it.
He's pretty strong. But you did hurt him a bit. He doesn't look like the damage really bothered him at all. But you can tell it definitely hurt. Alright, so that is your attack. You still have movement left. The room's fairly small.
Izek, please, just stop this. And with that, she moves closer to him, grabs him by the throat, and kisses him.
Oh, wow. I don't know if he's going to let you grab him by the throat, so go ahead and make a strength
Fine, by the
check.
shoulder, then.
By the shoulder's fine. Allowing him to kiss you, yeah, he'll do that, but when you do it, he shoves you back down, like, towards the bed.
That could be fine.
You can tell by the look on his face that he has every intention on murdering you and everyone that you know. There's no doubt. He's a total psychopath. I don't know how I can make this any more clear. All he wants to do is murder and rape you. To put it
Still a
quite
turn
bluntly.
on?
And it's his turn. So,
Great.
let's see how this goes. He hurls fire at you. Again. No, he's just going to take his battle axe in both hands and swing.
That sounds.
And that's a hit. I was also... Your AC for the last couple of misses, I forgot that you don't have any armor on. But we'll just call those happy DM mistakes. He does hit with the battle axe, though. And it hurts you for 13 more points of damage. You're on your last legs as he brings the battle axe up again. Swings.
Oof.
He brings it straight down. And that's where we'll cut to the rest of the party.
What a terrible pun. Okay, so we are continuing along our way, and what kind of townsperson or guard do we see as we're walking away from the gate?
The townsperson you see is Ernst of the Watcher House.
All right, fair enough. Sir, you there? I don't recall your name, but I know you're familiar with my partners.
Yes, I'm very familiar with your partners, and I think that you've made a terrible decision to send your friend to talk with Izek alone.
Where's he at?
I would be inclined to agree, good sir. Where do you think they have gone?
I followed them. They've gone to the same place I last saw them, this other tavern that they hook up at.
Lead on, quickly.
Take us there, please.
And he doesn't retort. He just heads you straight to the tavern. When you get to the inn, it's more of an inn than a tavern. They serve food, but it's definitely made for housing people more than serving people.
Do you know where in here they're at?
He says, yes, Izek always takes a room upstairs.
Do I still have my slippers on?
Yes, you do. It's still wet, though.
Ah, okay.
Okay, insight into the current situation of if things are bad or not.
Well, when you open in and come in kind of a hurry, you can see the tavern owner look completely surprised that people were coming in. And he walks up real quick and he says, I'm sorry, we're closed. We're closed. Out.
Izek, right?
Out. He doesn't answer. He's just trying to get you out.
Listening currently for any sounds of fighting, battle, turmoil. Wow.
You hear
20 plus 4 perception.
Yes. You hear feet scuffling up above, like somebody's creaking around slowly, but you do not hear signs of battle.
Okay. Um, hmm.
Are the stairs within reach?
Yeah, you could easily sprint for the stairs and get up.
Right, I'm gonna go for that.
Okay. You push yourself easily past the man that was telling you the place was closed. You run upstairs and there are 3 doors.
Good job, there's 3 of us.
Yeah. Does everyone want to take a door, or do you just want to listen, or what would you like to do?
Well, guys, we don't know yet that she's in trouble. Are we still barging in? Because that wasn't the plan before.
True. I guess we could
Is there
listen.
heat from the fire? Because there was quite a lot of it.
There's a lot of fire, but nothing aside from parts of Alexandra and maybe the pillow had caught much fire. You may
So
be able to
there's-
smell some nasty stuff. That would be a pretty good perception roll, though, to smell burning flesh from a certain one of these rooms. Oh. Yeah, Jack, I will allow that. You smell the stench of burning hair and flesh coming from one of these rooms.
I know that smell. Throw that door open.
It is locked. And now you have alerted whoever's on the other side. Somebody's trying to get in.
I'll pick it. Or not.
Or not.
Jack, is that the door? Is it her?
Oh, it's the door. Burning flesh.
Burning flesh, you say? I'll be over here.
Jack, you pop the lock. It wasn't until Mr. Jeeves had already tried to do so some time has passed since you know whoever's on the other side of that heard you. Probably enough time to have donned some armor, maybe? Because when you open the door, what you see on the other side makes your stomach flip. Izek Strazni is standing with his battle axe ready. And on the bed, Alexandra lays with her clavicle exposed. It looks like an axe had just driven right into her shoulder, in between her shoulder and her neck. She is not moving.
Oh.
Just a second. Nope.
Jack. He had prepared an action. Izek Strozny's axe begins to descend down at you.
Am I close enough to pull him out of the way?
He's wearing armor.
Yes, and as soon as you open that door, he was ready. His axe slams down into you for minimum damage of 6.
Ooh.
Hang on. Give me just a second.
Oh, he gets 2 attacks. Sorry, buddy.
Can I not grab Jack out of the way?
Alive? Maybe. No. The second axe sends Jack down to the floor. He is
What I
dying.
was trying to ask is, do I have time to launch a quicken spell or a reaction spell?
A reaction spell, yes.
In which case, shield, and my AC is 23.
Okay. Let's see. That means... Huh. Yeah, we definitely didn't roll that high. Okay, so that might save your life. Now I just have to realize... I'm going to say the prepared action... Yeah, that still counts. So even on the first one, both of those miss. I'm going to just remove all of the deathness from you right now.
Undeath you.
Yeah, and I think that there's probably an effect that I need to remove on you too. No? There's not? Okay. Well, if it starts rolling death saves for you, we'll just ignore
Wait,
it.
we're undeathing Jack?
Yes.
We're undeathing. He's now a vampire. Alexander springs from the bed and attacks him.
Everyone at this point needs to roll initiative.
Oh, Lord.
Yay. I'm just glad we made it. Let's see.
Alexandra, you don't need to.
It's been so long I forgot where it was for a second.
All right, everyone's rolled then. Let's see what Mr. Jeeves does. You just
Can we get a
saw
battle?
you
Can we
just
get a
saw
map for
what
this?
looked like. No, I don't have a map for this. Sorry.
Oh.
Theater of the mind, my friend. Everyone around the door saw this axe just as soon as Jack pops a lock and opens the door. Floom, floom, twice right by him. It looked like it almost cleaved him in two, but somehow miraculously Jack casts an extremely quick spell that allows him to move supernaturally. Is that how you think this would work?
Actually, it's just a shield spell. Think of it like a force field. The
Oh,
I'm picturing
okay.
it throws his hand up, and it's like a shield.
All right. Well, the shield is effective enough to deflect blows that would have cleaved Jack almost in half. You see the man's axe, when it gets right up to Jack, just kind of deflects off to the side. And now, Mr. Jeeves, it's your turn. There's a doorway with Izek Strazni on one side and your friend directly in the doorway right now, which you're standing next to.
Did you say we had a map or we don't?
We do not.
Okay, so there's no way I can get a sword in there to attack him.
If Jack kind of moved back, you might be able to, but Jack moving back is going to incur at least a swing.
Yeah. No.
Not two swings, but one.
Tempted to use my ball bearings and try and trip him. Because I have a pouch full of bearings. So, I wonder if he'd slip on them.
You also have a crossbow. A bow and arrow. I don't remember which one you took.
I do have bow and arrow.
We have crossbows too.
Yeah. Alright, I'll take a shot at him, try and distract him.
Okay, are you going to get on the, are you going to make a Jack sandwich?
Oh, God. I guess with an arrow, though, I can go straight past him, right?
Yeah, it's not very much cover. I would just say -2 to hit.
-2.
That's just for communicating. I mean, a 5-foot space, Jack doesn't take up the entire 5-foot space. He's not that large, but it's enough to where you have to communicate, and make sure you're not going to hit him. That is an 18. 18 on Izek is a hit.
Yeah. And it's sneak attack, because he's right next to him.
True. Ooh, nice. 15.
That'll get his attention.
Right. You shoot him in pretty sensitive area to get that extra damage in there.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else with your turn?
No, I know.
All right, Jack. It's up to you now.
My turn, right?
Jack. Yeah.
Yep.
And the two of us are in this space, right?
Yeah. He's right in front of you.
Does he actually have armor on?
Right. Yeah. He did. He had enough time to put armor on.
That's impressive.
Well, you don't know how much of it he had on before you opened the door, but he definitely hurried up once he heard something.
Okay, so I did a shield.
As a reaction, yeah.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to pop off a quickened green flame blade. I don't expect the fire to do much damage, but that's not the point.
Well, the fire hits someone next to him, not him.
Right. Thank you. I would have forgotten.
Thanks for that.
And is this sneak attack?
Yes. I don't know if you want to expend sorcery points just for Green Flame Blade. That's a cantrip anyway.
Yes, but I need to get off 2 attacks this round. We don't have a whole lot of time.
Right, but Green Flame Blade is just like when you strike something, the flame leaps onto someone else, but that doesn't really add much to the actual first attack. Unless it did something when you leveled up that I don't know about.
It did not. What level are we supposed to be?
Before it starts getting cooler? You're level 4.
Yes, okay.
And have to look into the spell. But I'm just saying, out of all of your amazing magical repertoire, I don't know about that one helping out all that much in a single person one-on-one attack.
Oh, okay, here's what I'm going to do. He's wearing armor anyway. Yeah, in which case, first attack, Shock and Grasp. And that is going to expend 2 sorcery points.
Okay. His is studded leather armor. I don't know if the studs really count for much, but sure, why not?
Armor made of metal.
It's really made of leather, but because it's studded, I guess there's lots of studs in it. There's enough studs
Axe is
to
made of metal,
count.
isn't it? His axe is made of metal, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, unfortunately, Shocking Grasp missed, but let me check on the spell.
Well,
for
that's
that.
why I was asking if it was made of metal, because the metal gives it advantage.
Yeah, go ahead and roll again. That's more like it. That hits.
And then, with my normal action, I do jack shit.
So, what's the casting time on Shocking Grasp?
1 action. That's
Right.
why I used Quick-Hand the first time.
Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. Excellent. All right. Did you want to take any movement?
Elias is going to advise everyone to let him get to Alexandra as soon as possible.
I don't think Izek's going to agree with you.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, we need
Jesus
somebody.
Christ, girl. Good night. I'm sneaking up on people. You're going to make me poo myself.
Sorry, I cut out for a minute. What?
No, I was just freaking out because my daughter scared the crap out of me.
Good job.
Yeah.
I think that Elias said that he wants past Izek, but I don't think Izek's going to let him through the door.
Well, somebody's going to have to do something about Izek for me to get to her, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jack, did you want to move? Moving away from him is going to provoke an attack of opportunity.
You know what? I will move away. I've still got the bonus of shield until the start of my next turn.
All right. So your AC is currently at 22, right?
Yep.
All right. Let's see if this hits. Because it's an attack of opportunity, you won't get both swings. He rolled a 22, so that is a hit.
Wow.
Well, this will hurt.
Yeah. Oh boy. His axe come down and slashes into you for 15 points of damage.
Yep, that hurt.
You're still on your feet though, and you allow enough room for someone else to get in there. It is Ezek's turn now. And let's see. I'm going to say Brent is about 10 feet away from him. And he's going to hold his turn and ready in action. So you go ahead, Elias.
Actually, wait. Is an attack of opportunity a reaction?
Yeah, I think you can have a reaction once a round.
Part of Shocking Grasp is he doesn't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Oh no, he's holding a full action. A reaction would be like something like that's already happening. I don't know how to explain that very well, but no, he's holding a normal action. It won't be a reaction. He's going to take his action once you guys do certain things that he's waiting for, which I won't talk about because
I was actually asking if the attack of opportunity counted as a reaction against me.
Oh, yes, actually, I think it would. I think it would deny an attack of opportunity. So let's just, once again, heal your wounds right up there, buddy. How's that?
Much better. I swear to God, I'll get the rules down a little better.
Oh, I'm glad you're on top of it, man.
Good job, Logan. I think your Facebook is popping off there, Mike.
Do I even have it up? That's not mine. I hear somebody's. My Facebook isn't even open.
Oh.
Anyways, Elias, it's your turn.
Yes, I have a plan. All right. So where I'm at presently, it sounds like Izek can see me. Is that right?
Yeah, he's looking straight at you.
Good. That's what I need.
There's about 5 feet in between you and him.
Okay. I think you said 10 before, but that's fine. Whatever. I'm going to cast a spell called Command on Izek, and he has to make a Wisdom saving throw against it.
Okay, go ahead. Do we know what the DC is?
Let's see.
So he's got a 16.
The target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. So I guess it would be against my Wisdom DC?
No. Yeah, against your DC, which is probably 8 plus your whatever you use to cast your spells. So Wisdom, 8 plus your Wisdom modifier plus your proficiency, I guess.
I mean, he would have to roll for something.
Yeah, he did. He rolled a 16. And
Okay.
that something, the target number he rolls for is the DC that all of your spells kind of have.
Okay. It would probably be the same as what my turn undead is then.
Probably.
Which, 4. And I can't remember what that was.
I'm just going to say it's 10 plus 6. I'm going to say it was 16, and he rolled 16, so he saved.
Shit.
Anyways, so that is your action. And did you want to make any movements?
How much longer does Jack's shield spell last?
Till the start of my next turn.
Okay. Where is Jeeves?
Jeeves is right next to you.
Okay. I'm currently the closest to Izek, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stay where I'm at then.
Okay. He points his hand at you and hurls flames.
What?
He hurls flames at you.
But it's not his turn.
He held an action. He's going to take it now.
Oh.
All right, and ignites Elias for 9 damage. Okay, new round. Mr. Jeeves, your turn.
I only get a single attack, don't I?
Yeah. Jack got 2 because he had the quicken spell.
Yeah.
Little meta magic.
Let's see what objects I have in my inventory that I could use. Is his mouth open by any chance? I know, weird question.
I don't know. No?
No? I still got all 12 mincemeat pies from the witch, so I was wondering if I could, like, slam one in his face.
You must smell delicious.
God.
Yeah, I must. The amount of stuff I got in my pocket, yeah. Dang it. And so, okay, so Jack is still only 5 feet away.
If he
Uh,
smothers
yeah,
eye,
Jack's-
he has to open his mouth at some point, doesn't he?
Jack said that he moved. I'm not sure exactly where Jack moved to.
Okay, because I have some alchemist fire that might be up to.
Yeah, you could throw that at him.
Yeah. Use that as an object instead of an attack.
Sorry?
Well, I guess as a thief, you know, as a extra action. What's it called?
I don't think it's an extra action, but you can use your attack to use it.
My fast hands lets me use an object.
Oh,
So wondering if I could grab that and hurl it at him.
That is an interesting question. You know what? Just for tonight only, before I research this rule, let me make a note here first. Let me make a note to research this later.
Okay. So I'll take a shot with my bow again, and then fast action. Some alchemy fire.
Yeah, what's that rogue ability called?
Cunning action. No, fast hands. Fast hands. Yeah, fast hands. Yeah, cunning action is dash, disengage, or hide.
Alright. Do you have a description for fast hands? That might help me make an easier
Yeah.
decision on the fly here. Abilities. Is that under there somewhere? Ah, I see it. Alright. You can use a bonus action granted by your cunning action to make a dexterity. Use these fools to start a trap, open a lock.
Take.
Yeah, I think it's pretty valid. I think you could throw an alchemist fire at this guy with that.
Alright, I'll take a shot at him first with my bow.
Alright.
Uh-oh.
The short bow, let's see here, misses him.
Damn.
You
Alright.
got a clear line of sight, too. But you can go ahead and throw that fire.
Okay, what do I need for that?
Just roll a... I'm going to say... Give yourself in the modifiers a plus 6 due to your dexterity. But let's see, you're not proficient with this really. It's kind of an improvised weapon, so we'll take that down by 2. So use the modifier stack to roll it at a plus 4. Roll a d20 at plus 4.
Oh. That was a save anyway. Ignore that.
Yeah.
Okay, d20 and well, what?
Just roll a d20. Yes, that is going to hit him. So, Alchemist Fire, let's see. What does that do?
Sticky adhesive fluid ignites in exposed air. As an action, you can throw this flask up to 20 feet, shattering on impact. Make a range attack. On hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each turn. The creature can end this damage by using its action to make a DC 10 dexterity to extinguish.
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll a d4. All right. You see Izek, like, catch on fire as he slowly begins burning. Did you want to take any movement?
I might break out the marshmallows, but I'm good.
All right, Jack. Your shield wore off, right?
Yes.
Well, it certainly was worth using. Good thinking.
All right. Let's see. I'm out of threatened range.
Right. I'm not exactly sure where you're at. How far did you want to move away from the door?
Just barely back.
Okay, so you're next to your other two compatriots then.
Yes. And he's still between us and Alexandra, right?
Right.
And his bulk is taking up the main part of the doorway.
Yes, absolutely. Also, Elias, just to be clear, were you 10 or 5 feet? I'll let you pick away from where Izek's at.
You said 10 earlier, then you said 5. So we'll say 10.
Okay.
And he looks like he's got plenty of steam left, right?
Izek looks fit as a fiddle.
Great. Okay. Let me double check one thing.
Just out of curiosity, out of all of you, which one of you has the highest persuasion?
That would probably be Jack. His persuasion is at a +4. Elias is
+3.
Yeah. And Mr. Jeeves is at a +2.
All right, I got a cantrip and a first level I can use. What do you guys think?
Don't hold back.
All right, we're gonna try this.
Oh no.
Charm person. Oh, wow.
I don't know how you threw that, but it went really badly. How many ones do you have tonight? Like, that's 4, right?
Actually, that's 5.
Wow.
Well, you need to change the color of your dice.
I have been.
Wash them. Oh my lord. Okay, so let me read up on Charm Person, I guess. I'm unfamiliar with it, to be quite honest.
Wait, you use charm?
Well,
I
it's
tried.
not like old school charm. You don't get to like make them your friend and they get to fight on your side or something like that.
No. Charm. That is how my character wound up carrying a dragon's child.
Oh boy. I don't think
Well,
it's that
I don't think that's going to happen this time.
That is the spell I used when I was shit-faced drunk.
Ah, here we are. Charm Person. Okay, you just decide to cast it within... As long as they're within range. That roll that you made doesn't do anything. They must make a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
And it says they do so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it.
Which we definitely are.
If it fails, it's charm. So let's see what your DC would... What would your save be that he needs to make?
Is it 10 plus proficiency plus
I think
permanent stat?
I think it's 8 plus proficiency plus your charisma. So 12. And it's
Yes,
a
proficiency.
wisdom.
Proficiency plus 2, charisma plus 2.
Right, so 12. Okay, so his wisdom. And he gets to do it twice. He's got advantage.
Yep.
Wisdom. There it is, wisdom save. Okay, by 1 point, because he has a -1 in wisdom saves, he is charmed. So let's see what the advantage, or let's see, it says if it fails its saving throw, it's charmed by you until the spell ends or until your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
Is it obvious to me that he's charmed?
Yeah, suddenly he looks at you and he says,
They look dazed.
"Ah, Jack, I think I'll spare you this day. Here, help me destroy your friends."
It's just Jack that he likes?
Yes, he only likes Jack.
Can I try a persuasion?
Sure.
Put the axe down and let's talk this through. This is just a misunderstanding. Everything can still be made right.
You may not understand, but you can't leave here alive with all of this mess.
So what's the you kill us now or you kill us in 2 minutes?
How about we kill them all now and you just help me bury the bodies?
Didn't you just say that I couldn't leave alive?
Well, I didn't mean you, of course. You're my friend.
Of course. We've been best friends since childhood.
Well, I don't know about that, but I feel strangely compelled to let you help me dump these bodies in the lake.
Actually, do you really need my help against these two, or can I have some fun with the girl's body for a minute?
By all means. And he lets
Oh,
you.
good. Let me through.
He lets you right on through.
Great.
Nice.
Izek is standing there looking quite confused. He has a burning hatred for you all, but he doesn't quite know how to act on it yet, just at the moment. He's acting very friendly towards Jack, and although it looks like he wants to kill you guys, he's just kind of standing there. And it's his turn, so...
Oh, well, that's no
Still
good.
have 7 HP.
You think. But you don't. Okay, so I guess Charm's just gonna last for a while, huh?
He's still on fire too, so you have to do a fire check.
Oh, snap, dude. Is that at the beginning of his turn? I think so. Okay, Alchemist says at the start of each of its turns. Dude, Limey.
That's gonna undo the charm.
It is. I really
Sorry.
thought that you guys may have solved this one in a very unexpected way.
Good job.
Roll a d1. Roll a d4.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay.
Yay, for 3 points of damage.
He continues to burn, and the look on his face, he's like, "Oh yeah, you lit me on fire, didn't you?"
That wasn't me, that was him.
It doesn't matter. The charm begins to wear off.
I still have
Jack,
7 HP points
grab her.
left.
Grab her, run.
Because it was the fire that Mr. Jeeves had thrown on him. He's just going to go full on at Mr. Jeeves, still confused a little bit about Jack and not sure about Elias, but He's definitely sure about Mr. Jeeves, and he walks towards you and begins slashing his axe. Now, Jack, he's moved far away from you at that point when he decides to do that you could take a slice at him if you want to. You can tell he's not charmed anymore.
Well, if he's not charmed anymore as he goes by, do I get my sneak attack?
Yes.
And
Well, I don't know. Would you? I don't know, man, because your friends are actually kind of far away. That's why he has to get to them. I don't think it'd be a sneak attack actually on this time.
I'd be within range if he's moving towards me.
Can I try to trip him?
Not really.
I think I would be close enough to Jack for him to get sneak attack.
Tripping is more like the combat expertise that Alexandra knows how to do. You'd pretty much have to roll a 20.
No way in hell I can do that.
I won't depend on it.
I still have 7 HP points left.
No, you don't. I didn't apply damage. I just rolled it and kept it a secret.
Alexandra's not moving. Is she breathing?
You could check, or you could attack Izek.
Oh.
I'm going to let him walk through.
Okay. You put a hand down to Alexandra, and when you touch her flesh, it feels unnaturally cold. You can tell that she's not breathing at all. She has a still peacefulness to her face. Time seems to slow as you realize this companion that you've been adventuring with has no life left in her body. She is dead.
Turn to my friends. He doesn't leave this room alive.
And I'm sure they hear you. So,
Oh, yes.
all right. Battle axes at Mr. Jeeves.
That's my dog.
The first one hits.
Yeah, I'm dead.
You're wounded. He slashes into you with 9. The second attack comes down. He slices horizontally and misses as Jack jumps back a little, just outside the reach of his axe. Elias,
Jumps back.
your turn.
So from Jack's words and his countenance, is Elias to assume that Alexandra is gone?
No persuasion or insight needed. You know from the way Jack said that your friend is dead.
So no death saving throws, anything like that has already occurred. She's gone.
She took enough damage to where she fell unconscious. At that point, Izek wrapped his hands around her throat again and strangled whatever life she had left in her out. When you take damage when you're unconscious, you immediately take death saves. They fail. So,
Okay, so we got there after all this happened.
Yes.
Okay.
Got there too late.
Shit.
Grieve later, kill now.
I agree.
All right. Let's see. All right. So, Elias takes a moment from the fire coming to him and the alchemist's fire being around him. It stunts his judgment for a moment, as well as seeing Alexandra, and he is not able to take much movement or to think much about what he's going to do. In kind of a fit of a lapse of judgment, he just charges straight at Izek and swings his long sword using his new ability, Thunderous Smite. And that will be here.
It has to hit, right? Yeah.
I'll do cast. There we go.
All right, save 20 versus DC 14. Izek Strazni made 20. Yes, he successfully saved against that. But isn't Smite part of an attack, though? What does Thunderous Smite do? Let me look into this a little bit.
I think it's an addition to an attack, yeah.
Right, yeah, because I think your longsword's still going to hit, even though he saved against your durability.
Okay, so I need to roll a regular longsword attack then.
Yeah, and for the future reference, I believe that attack would have had to hit if it's anything like a regular smite. You hit them, and then you add the damage. They make a save at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we read a description for Thunderous Smite?
I was looking for it.
I got it
Don't
here.
see it in his character sheet.
I got it here. It's so it's concentration up to a minute. The first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet, and the attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage to the target. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away. And be not prone.
So the saving throw is for being pushed. So he's not pushed, but he is going to take additional damage.
Yeah, and it's not prone. Well, I guess if he makes a saving throw, he won't be not prone.
All right, so everyone hears this thunderous sound as Elias just bursts forth with his longsword and slashes down at Izek Strazni. I guess to get the damage, you're going to have to actually successfully hit him, though.
Okay, gotcha. I'll do that.
You missed.
Darn.
I'm sorry.
Well, after all that.
All right. The thunderous roar rings out around the longsword of Elias, slices past Izek, narrowly missing, and then Mr. Jeeves, you have an opportunity. What would you like to do with it?
Cut his head off?
Well, Elias is right now right in front of him in the door frame. Oh, actually, you know what? He actually left the door frame. You could get behind him if you wanted to.
Behind Izek. Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Right, so you can get sneak attack damage in.
Shit, gotta hit him first.
Let's see, a 13. That is a miss.
God dang it.
All right. Jack, what do you want to do?
I really need more than one.
Is everyone else basically swarmed around him at this point?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're in the
behind
other
him.
room with the body of Alexandra Belmont.
Is he paying any attention to me whatsoever?
No, he can't even see you. You're in a totally different room.
But is his back basically to me?
No, because he's facing Elias, and Elias is kind of outside in the hall, and he's facing off against Izek with Mr. Jeeves on the other side of Izek, who is attempting to slash him in the back. So you can come out the door and you'd be kind of right next to him. But from where the bed's at, you couldn't really see him on the other side of the wall.
Okay. What I want to do this round is pick up Alexandra's whip. And I want to walk... No, next after that, it's Minor Illusion, sound of the Burgomaster's voice from below. What is going on here?
Huh. Interesting.
Actually, not from below, but from around the corner. And then move as close to him as I can without entering his threatened space.
All right, that would be, I think, 5 feet away from him. Let's see here. Minor illusion?
Yeah, it's just the sound of his voice. And the sound of a single pair of feet. I can do sound. Sound or image, not both.
Let's see. He's trying to discern if that was who he thought it was. He's going to, I think, investigation against DC 12 to see if he recognizes the voice.
They should. It's his boss.
And I'm going to say at a disadvantage. He fails it. Alright, so suddenly Izek looks really surprised. And he thinks that his entire world might just be falling apart at the moment. The Burgermaster is going to find out all of his dirty little secrets. But knowing Izek and the way he manipulates the Burgermaster, he might be able to lie his way out of this. Either way, it both scares him and infuriates him that now this is getting out of hand. This situation might get outside of his control. But he's not going to answer the call. Alright. Anything else, Jack? You got a spell in, you grabbed an object, you can, and you moved within his range, or just outside of his range.
I think that's about all I can do this round.
Okay. Very creative. I like it. Even if it's not a game changer, I definitely like the way you think. Very creative. Izek's turn now. He turns around and slashes at Jeeves again. The confusion of the charm spell just focused his attention on the first person that knocked him out of it. You've become his sole target at the moment, Mr. Jeeves.
Bring it.
Hey, Mike, you might need to take off the thunder effect on Izek.
Alright, it lasts a minute, doesn't it?
Well, the effect's actually on you, isn't it?
Yeah, I put it on him on the first try by mistake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm glad you said that before I started rolling damage.
Yeah.
Good call, sir. Okay, so did he hit? Yes.
No.
He hits Mr. Jeeves with a 21, but the attack damage is... Ooh, heavy. Mr. Jeeves takes 15 from that swipe. It looks like Mr. Jeeves can't take much more, but the axe does not let up. He takes it again for another horizontal swipe and misses. In fact, he gets his axe stuck into the side of the wall next to you.
My trusty slippers.
It looks like suddenly Izek needs to start ripping his axe out of the wall, but he can't quite at the moment. Elias, whatever you do next is going to have advantage.
Get him away from the axe.
Kill him.
Yeah, both or either would be great. So, you guys think I still have the do I still have the bonus of the Thunder Smite, you guys think?
Yeah, it lasts a minute.
2 minute, yeah. Alright, I'm going to swing again at him.
Okay. Do so with advantage.
All right.
Oh, roll good. Come on.
It's a hit.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a nice hit. That's what the hell?
He rolled 2 dice at once instead of advantage.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
the way it works, Brent.
My bad.
You rolled a
His normal
A 15
thing is
and-
still
Yeah.
15 plus 5. He's
yeah. Hit the advantage button. Try that again.
Let's see. Okay, here we go.
All right, now that's a legitimate hit.
Okay. So, all right. Whoops. So now it's just the longsword attack damage, and it automatically adds the rest of it. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so because it's an effect on you that adds damage,
Yeah. Okay.
and it should last 6 rounds. I don't know if it's smart enough to know that, but I bet it does. I bet it knows how long. All right. Izek finally looks like something you did really just kind of hurt pretty good, aside from that critical hit earlier, or that sneak attack damage. That looked like it hurt just almost as good. So although he doesn't look like he's staggering or anything, you can tell that you're making progress.
Okay.
And a thunderous boom happens. Everyone can hear it. You think that maybe even outside some townsfolk might hear that.
Yeah, that should be getting people's attention, I would think.
Yeah, and if guards come running, God knows what would happen. Mr. Jeeves, you're wounded, but you're still on your feet.
Do we still have advantage against him?
Yes, he has not pulled his axe free just yet. That hits. Mr. Jeeves takes his rapier, and while Izek is distracted trying to remove his axe, stab right into Izek's side. 13 points of damage. You guys are definitely making progress now. Jack, your turn. You're right next to him.
What do you want me to roll to come up and wrap the whip around his neck?
That would be a 20 plus your strength. The dice check on that I'll keep to myself.
What do you think, guys? Try that or try something else?
Basically, you're using a improvised weapon as a garrote. Or garrote. How do you say that? I've only ever read it.
Garrot.
Garrote? And there are rules for garrote. Just don't know what they are.
Is that going to be Jack's strength versus Ezek's?
No, it's not a check against him. It's more like just an attack with an improvised weapon that he's not proficient with.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it'll work out too well.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'm going to do is minor illusion again, and just an image of the burgomaster 6 seconds worth. So the burgomaster coming around the corner and making for Izek with a look of confusion and rage in his eyes.
I like the way you think, but that level of illusion cannot move. Right?
Actually, I think it can. Let me double check. Image of...
That's a minor illusion. That would be something more like a major illusion.
Okay, if that's DM call, then that's DM call. Bloody hell. Well, everybody's around him, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you could get a sneak attack in right now.
Stab with advantage.
Or I could try to push him down the stairs.
It would honor the memory of Alexandra, but no.
You do like to push people over things, or at least your doppelganger does.
That is not at all what I meant to do.
You want me to remove that?
The one to Alexandra. I'm not trying to sneak attack Alexandra.
Oh. That's
think,
okay. You can sneak attack her. She won't mind. That's a hit. Right, another rapier stabs into Izek Strazni. This time, you definitely see him wince in pain. A look of worry begin to crease on his face.
Then let my rapier go.
Uh-oh.
Leave it stuck in him.
Okay. Alright, so next up will be Izek. Izek finally frees his axe from the wall. That's because he rolled a 1 earlier. And he swings his battle axe at Mr. Jeeves first, which hits. Mr. Jeeves, the axe slashes down straight from above. A vertical slash for 7 points of damage.
Ooh, still alive.
Barely,
Wow,
yeah.
you are hanging in there. All right, just one more axe swing. Just tasting that he's so close, he swipes at you one more time and hits.
Don't worry about me, just kill him.
Jeeves drops down to the ground. You see the axe slice into Mr. Jeeves. He makes this horrible grunt noise and then slunches over into the hallway. Blood begins pouring out of his side onto the floor.
Oh, Lord.
Elias, your turn. He's on the opposite side of... You're making a Izek sandwich right now. He's
Yeah.
on the other side of Izek. But you
And
can get
looks
around
like-
him. There's a room enough to where you can maneuver around him. It's a big hallway.
Kill him.
Right. It looks like my smite effect is gone.
Is it? I thought it lasted a minute. That's 6 rounds.
Yeah, it should still be there.
You
It's
can
not on
reapply it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is tough. It's a tough decision between trying to get to Jeeves and attacking, but I think I'm going to go ahead and try to hit him.
Okay. Mr. Jeeves, you will be making death saving throws.
That's fine.
Yeah, your last words were to just kill him, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, Elias misses his strike.
God damn it.
Yep, rolled a 3.
Mr. Jeeves, you have made a critical success. You wake up. You are conscious.
Hello.
What would you like to do? You'd have to spend part of your movement getting up, but you're definitely able to take action, and you're no longer bleeding to death.
That's a good thing. So I'm on the floor.
Yes, you have 1 hit point.
I'm laying next to Izek, I'm guessing.
Yes, and he's turned his attention away from you.
Can I cut his hamstrings?
Sure, you can try.
Alright, what do I need? Let's see.
Would this be sneak attack too?
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be a hit. You don't get his hamstrings, but you definitely hurt him.
Yeah.
All right.
Really good hit.
That sword goes where the sun don't shine.
You actually hear him scream in surprise as he glances back down where Jeeves just stabbed him in the leg with his rapier. He was not expecting that. Jack, it's your turn.
Jeeves is on the floor behind him.
Yeah.
Elias is in front of him.
Yes, and you're to the side of him.
He looks wounded as hell.
No, he looks like he's a little concerned.
Okay. Like he's just now looking like he might lose. Or at least he thinks.
If you want to inspect really closely, I'll let you spend some time with a perception check to see about how much you think he's hurt.
And he's still got my rapier sticking out of him.
Mm-hmm.
I should have used that as my use an object.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking.
That's fine. Go ahead. Take your time.
Okay, I'll look for that for next round. Grab. Just grasp.
Shocking grasp?
Yes, sir.
Alright, go for it. That's a hit. Aw.
Oh, fuck you.
Sparks
Yeah.
spark around his studded leather armor, but he grins and bears it. And then he turns, looks down at Mr. Jeeves and says, "I thought I killed you already." And you see flames shoot out of his hand at Mr. Jeeves. And
Taunting is still a free action?
yeah. And Mr. Jeeves is roasted. You fall unconscious again. You look like a little toasty. And then he takes his battle axe and swings it at Jack.
Reaction, shield.
Alright. Well, he misses you anyway.
It's okay. I got +5.
How many shields do you get? Those are useful.
One more. Unless I start casting them with higher level spell slots. But for now, one more.
Okay. Elias, it's your turn.
Okay. So Jeeves is back to making death saves again, right?
Yep.
Okay, with the momentary distraction of what Jack is doing, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get to Mr. Jeeves. One.
Yeah, but he gets a total of 8. So,
Cool.
Jeeves, you wake up yet again. This time to see Elias's face.
Stay with us, my friend.
Downstairs, you can hear Ernst arguing and perhaps even wrestling with the tavern owner. And Mr. Jeeves, you are on the ground still, but you are awake. You poor thing.
I guess I'll try the same again.
String those hammies. That's a hit.
Nice.
Excellent. You're consistently stabbing the hell out of this guy. Now,
So-
you actually didn't apply that to Izek, though, so I'm going to do so.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm used to having the map and dropping them on him, not the.
Well, you
combat
can do.
tracker.
You can use the combat tracker.
Yeah,
You just said that
So-
as I was saying it. Sorry.
yeah.
Well, he just killed his master, so of course he's going in on him. You know.
Oh yeah. So with the fast hands, using an object, can I use the object that's sticking out of him?
Huh? You
The
want to
ra-
use
the-
fast hands to
Jack-
do what
Jack's
with the rapier?
Jack's rapier is sticking. Just grab it and push a little further. Would that be using an object?
Yeah. You think that it's just as effective if you use your rapier to stab it into him. You're on the ground, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm reaching. I want this man to die.
Yeah. Well, after that hit, he looks like he's definitely heavily wounded at this point. He's starting to gush blood out of one of his wounds.
I smile at him.
All right. Well, Jack, it's your turn.
I've got no way to disarm him, right?
Not really.
Well, I guess take my rapier back and hit him with it.
All right. I'll just let you grab the rapier for free.
I kind of figured everybody's around him. There's not a whole lot of movement right now.
Yeah. He looks back down at Mr. Jeeves and says, "Why won't you die?"
Before I hit him, make it very obvious to him that I'm looking down and say, well, now I see what the arm is compensating for.
He's wearing his. He's in his leathers now.
Oh, right. Never mind.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. Just try and hit.
Okay. I'll take that effect off of him. We don't want him doing extra sneak attack damage. You hit him? Alright, 9 damage. Yes, he actually staggers a bit. Okay. It's his turn. And let's see. Who would he target next? He keeps trying to kill Jeeves, but Jeeves won't stay dead. I think he's picked on Jeeves enough. Even if he would attack him more, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Chicken.
Elias hasn't got much action. We'll just go for Elias. Alright. He swings his axe and misses Elias with the first strike
Thank you, AC.
and the second.
Yes.
Yes, even when you rolled a 18, you seem to be a tough target. Alright, Elias, you can reply to his attack.
All right. Elias says, "Your sins lay heavy upon you, you monster. It is time for you to die." And now,
Spoken like a true Belmont, even if you're not one. That's a hit.
ooh!
Oh, wow.
That's a max
Holy
hit, right?
crap.
Almost.
So your thunderous sword booms into Izek Strazni as you slice deeply through his leather armor and into his chest. He screams in rage and pain and staggers backwards, almost tripping over Mr. Jeeves.
Hey, I'm handy for something.
But he stays on his feet. It doesn't look like he can take much more. Mr. Jeeves, it's your turn. Fighting from the ground still, are you?
Oh yeah, seems to be pretty good so far.
Alexandra doesn't want you to kill her boyfriend.
Tough
Too
shit.
bad.
I think she has other reasons, but still.
It's actually a hit.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. How do you want to do this, Mr. Jeeves?
From the ground, I want it to go straight up between his
Crotch,
legs.
Not Main Street.
Yep.
You made it
Yep.
straight up Main Street?
Hot shot.
Oh, man. Not
That's
even
a hot
Alexandra did that for him. That we know about.
Yep. Going straight for the heart.
Oh, well, I don't know if your rapier reaches all the way to his heart, but Izek Strazni is
Well,
shish
actually, a
kebab.
standard rapier blade should reach from his ass to his heart.
Yeah,
Well,
It's a really long, thin weapon.
That would be quite amazing.
I'm pretty pissed. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty amazing.
All
Or we
right.
can say Elias got to his heart and Jeeves got to his junk.
Well, Mr. Jeeves gets to his heart as the rapier impales Izek Strazni like some kind
Yeah.
of like
Rapier average blade length of 3 feet.
yes, and into his heart it pierces. Izek Strazni falls over flat dead.
I have
Look around at
avenged-
my two friends. We have problems.
I have avenged my mistress.
And at that, I need a break. I'll be right back.
Okay. Downstairs, you still hear Ernst and the tavern owner at least arguing. You can't tell much from where you're at.
I guess I'm just laying on my back chuckling.
Chuckling?
Yep.
Okay.
Delirious chuckling.
I get to that point sometimes in life.
I'm going to use a second level Cure Wounds on Jeeves here.
Good idea.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
Feels much better after that.
I planted my feet.
You know, I forgot a little bit of extra fire damage in there, Jeeves. You got to stay on me when it's a persistent
Oh,
effect like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I only use it
No
when it
worries.
wakes me up out of charm, I guess.
yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-mm.
But you made up for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice little comeback for Jeeves.
I'll give you one of these too. Lay on hands for another 5.
Awesome. So I'm gonna go cover up Alexandra.
Okay. Yes, her.
Give us some dignity.
Yes. And Izek Strazni has dropped his big battle axe. What are you guys going to do with that?
Sell it.
I suppose for now we'll take possession of it, but in the meantime, Elias is looking down with disgust at the man, and he purposes to take the axe and to separate the arm from his body, the monster arm.
I was just thinking that too.
Oh,
Good
wow.
man. I'm game for that.
All right, so you hack his monstrous arm off.
Awesome. I think the Burgomaster will enjoy that arm.
I can't believe that just happened. Are you all right, Jeeves?
No. I've been better. I'm just gonna stare at Miss Alexandra.
All right, and that's what Alexandra's doing. She's also staring.
You
there?
close her eyes.
Are you there, April?
Yep.
She's alive!
She's not alive,
I know.
but she's somewhere in a dark room. And you can't quite open your mouth. It feels like it's stitched together, stitched closed. When your eyes focus a little bit more in the dark, you can see all around you are about, give or take a few, 20 dolls. They all look like the dolls that Blinsky has crafted when Izek had forced him to.
Oh my gosh, she's a Blinsky doll.
You can't move, you can't speak. All you can do is stare in this dark room, waiting for Izek to get home and play with you.
Whoa.
All the dolls are female. They have various colors of hair, different colored buttons for eyes, different little dresses or other things that they're wearing.
Wow.
So out of character, Mike, and if you don't want to answer this, it's fine. But what I'm wondering right now is this like the transference of souls that happens in Barovia?
Not sure.
What was that?
Oh, I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Okay.
Or maybe I am, but I'm not gonna.
No hints.
Okay. All right.
That's harsh.
That's really interesting, though.
You hear the rain start to pick up again. It was dying off, starting to become a drizzle, but you hear it start to pick up now. Thunder boom across the sky.
Well, that should be good for taking attention away from the thunder I caused.
It may be the only saving grace we have. Gentlemen, we have a problem. The captain of guard is dead and at our hands.
You see Ernst pushing the tavern owner up the stairs in front of him. And he says, "Look, you see, he is dead. You have nothing to fear anymore. And then he pushes the man towards you guys, and he says, "He allowed your friend to die. He knew what was happening here. Do with him what you will. I will be no witness."
Jack takes his rapier and looks like he may kill him.
All right.
Jack, stop. No, that's unnecessary.
You're right, but the only reason I'm not is because we need a witness. Someone to speak on our behalf. Unless you intend to leave Vallaki right now and accomplish nothing. Our next stop needs to be the Burgomaster's mansion with Izek's head.
Now we got his hand.
His hand might work. It's pretty distinctive. Someone starting a cave.
Yeah, you severed the entire arm. Are you just going to take the hand, or just...
Just, I guess,
The arm.
Part.
Yeah, it's a big-ass arm.
We have his axe as well.
Yeah, I've got his axe right now.
All right. Izek Strozny's axe. It's just a battle axe. You can add a battle axe to your inventory.
Okay.
Jeeves, have you checked Alexandra to make certain that she is dead?
She seems pretty lifeless, but in this day and age, who's to tell?
Just I'm no doctor, and I kind of hoped.
I unfortunately can assure you, Jack, that she has gone.
All right, gentlemen, we need a plan. And we need to come up with it now, come up with it fast, and stick to it.
Ernst says, "Maybe I can be of assistance here as well. I will take word to my lady that Izek Strazni has been taken care of, as we arranged. Not quite with the outcome I had hoped for, but we will take things from here. The Burgomaster will not be a threat much longer."
Look at Elias, imploringly, like, we can't let this happen.
I would advise that you skip town for a bit. If you have anywhere else to be. Otherwise,
We have many.
if revolutions are something you enjoy, feel free to join us.
Ernst, could you give us a second to talk?
Absolutely. And he pushes the tavern owner down the stairs. The man tumbles and spills till he gets to the bottom. And then Ernst goes down there, starts dragging him off.
Okay, in a lower tone, assuming that Ernst can't hear Elias, what he's saying, he walks closer to Jack and he says, "So we take this token of Izek to the Burgomaster's house, and should we still push for the arrangement of these two families coming together? Is that what you wish?"
I think we need these two families to come together for the sake of Vallaki. Without it, they fall closer to Strahd, which is the path they're on now. The Burgomaster does not have the ability to hold the city on his own.
I agree that's the right thing to do. The question is, how will they receive the news, and will they turn on us as soon as they see what has happened?
Very possibly, we could be walking to our deaths. That being said, we also know the method of attack they're going to use to discredit the Burgomaster. The Women's Knitting Circle.
Yes, and we also have the body of our friend here with little luxury of time to take care of her.
If we could convince the Burgomaster to receive his most hated enemy after we killed his most trusted lieutenant, we might have a chance to save this town.
Well said.
Yes?
How lucky and close to your god do you feel and do you want to be? Because it's very possible you're going to meet him before the end of the day.
Well, my friend, I thought I was going to leave this world just a minute ago, and God granted me this power to strike this man in such a way I didn't think I was capable of, so I think
Oh, Lord, I've got you started.
You know me. If things go south, if things look terrible, we may have to just flee from the situation. But leaving things as they are doesn't seem quite like the right thing to do either.
No, we need to convince the burgomaster to negotiate with the Watcher family from a place of strength, but also without pissing them off.
Indeed.
I'm all open to ideas. We never did find a culprit or a patsy to replace Miovich.
The coffin maker.
Yes, the coffin maker, but on who's asking? Perhaps the now dead man who can't defend himself. Kick Izek.
Yes, I was considering this earlier myself. Maybe this man purposed in his mind to actually steal the bones for his own furtherance, and having that man
He
executed.
did have them and did not return them to the priest.
Yes, we had to urge him to return those. He acted like he'd forgotten. This man himself may have been working with Strahd to some degree, but I don't know why.
And you truly believe that?
This is a cloudy situation, my friend. I'm not sure what to believe other than in my God.
Believe in your God, believe in that. It may save us yet.
Whatever the case, the worst of this town has been dealt with.
Oh, I don't know about that. We may very well have just opened the gates to Strahd.
We may have very well opened the gates to the vampires coming back without the strength of this man to defend the people, but...
I believe I just said that.
Yes, I was worried the same. If this town is to defend itself, it will take the combined efforts of both families, so at the very least we have to try.
All right, then. To the burgomaster?
Yes.
What about Alexandra's body?
I'm going to take care of that.
And Izek's remains, you're just going to keep the arm with you?
I think Elias is going to take the arm with the axe, I'm sure.
Okay. How are you going to carry Alexandra around?
I'll just take the hand of the guy's arm.
I mean, we can't just like put her in your inventory. She's gotta. You gotta take her somewhere.
Oh, sure we can. Neverwinter Nights did it all the time.
Right. I love that game. I used to mod for it. I made an entire tile set for it, actually. Anyways.
Alright. Yeah, I'll put it in my inventory and take it with me.
We could take her to the church and ask them to take care of her body.
Actually, I propose we take both bodies to the church and put them under the watch of the priest.
So you're going to carry two bodies through the streets.
That's a good question.
One of them being Izek Strazni. Yeah.
Perhaps we should find a cart. How far are we from the church?
The church is actually... Well, here, let me pick an exact building. I can help you out with that. Where did my marker... Oh, my marker's way over there.
We also need to collect Blinsky from the church, from the Blue Water Inn.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
We should assuming Ernst hasn't killed him, we should probably bring the tavern keeper along as well.
Yeah, you're not very far away from the church. The tavern keeper, once you go downstairs, you see that Ernst has tied him up to leave him with you guys to do what you will, and Ernst is no longer down there.
That's kind of what I figured. We have to move fast.
Okay, if we're gonna move one or both bodies, we could take a bed sheet from the inn and cover them.
Mm-hmm. I'll take Alexandra. You two head to the Burgomaster. I'll take care of Alexandra.
We should keep Izek's body not pristine necessarily, but keep it for purposes as well. But by all means, deal with Alexandra.
I don't know what you mean there, man. But it's,
My magic fingler, what do you think I mean?
right. It's the Fingler. Okay, so who's going where with what bodies and stuff?
I'm going to take Alexandra to the church.
All right, and are you going alone?
Yes.
Excellent. And while he's doing that, what are you two guys doing exactly? Taking Izek's body and what?
I suppose there's still Izek's body, right?
Yeah. I don't think we need his body. I don't know what you're wondering about or what your plan is, but I was just going to take the hand in case I needed to produce it for proof, and kind of have something to hide away quickly if I don't need it.
You could probably lock his body back in the hotel room. In the room.
That's what I was about to suggest. We lock his body back in the hotel room and take the keys with us.
Sure.
That way, if we need it, we have it. If we don't, it can just rot away and stink up the joints.
All right. So you grab the keys, I don't know, do whatever with Izek's body, close the door and lock it, and you guys are...
Yes, quote unquote, whatever.
Fingler time. All right, Mr. Jeeves.
Yes,
as you approach the church, the rain is really heavy. How do you have her? Is she wrapped up in the sheet that you covered her with earlier, or what?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, she's
so you
covered in
have
the
this
sheet and
figure of a
carrying
body thrown over your shoulder. It's kind of obvious that you're hauling a dead body around. Fortunately, even though it's daytime, there's not a lot of people on the street right there at that moment. It's almost kind of eerie, but you haven't seen a single soul on the street. And then as you approach the church, you do see a figure dressed all in black.
Oh, God.
And you can tell that it's staring directly at you. With the rain like it is, it's going to be hard to tell who or what it may be without getting closer.
Oh, shiznit.
Would you like to get closer?
Could be something, could be nothing.
It's not nothing. Narrator kicks in. It was not nothing.
It was significant.
Sure, the narrator's Snape. Why not? Always.
Mr. Jeeves, you blink and it disappears.
Whoa.
The hairs on the back of your neck stand straight out on end, and you feel a presence behind you. A dark laughter fills your mind more than it fills your ears. Oh, he lost Discord. I was wondering why he was so quiet.
He was scared.
Right, he's just like, I'm out. Fuck this. Okay, so he moves close enough. Okay, I wonder, are you gonna get Discord back, buddy?
He just dropped Alex's body and ran.
He
Scared him right offline.
Yeah. We'll wait for him. Well, while that's all happening with Mr. Jeeves, what are you two guys doing?
Getting Blinsky and then to the Burgomaster.
Okay.
Blinsky bodily if we have to.
I'm sure Blinsky will go with you. So you open the door to the inn. There's a couple of patrons here that you hadn't seen before. They just look like regular townsfolk. The Martikoffs are there, of course, and you don't see Rick Tavio in sight. But Blinsky's right where you left him. It looks like he's had a good nap. He's trying to.
Oh, good, Blinsky, come with us. You're
his
needed.
Terrible day.
Day's not over. Good news, though.
What's the good news?
Well, you remember how Alexandra wanted to keep Piccolo? She can now.
Oh dear, Jack.
I don't understand.
She's dead. Izek killed her. He's not a problem anymore. Let's go.
Did you say that where everyone else could hear that?
She's dead. Let's go.
All right. All right. He starts to follow you.
As soon as we're where it looks like nobody else is listening, so Izek's not a problem anymore either.
Okay. Before you left, you think that maybe Danica overheard you talk about your friend's death. But other than that, yeah, you don't think anyone heard about Izek.
Let's not forget we have friends there if we need them. They may be able to help us further.
Let's hope so. We may need it before the end of the day.
Yeah, we're quite strong friends.
Well, you see, this is either make it or break it. Either we're going to have the entire city bow down at our feet, or we're going to have to run like dogs to not die.
That is a good point, my friend. At the very least, they should think that we are quite strong, having taken down the strongest man they've ever known.
If we're lucky.
If we're lucky indeed. And you are the luckiest man I know.
Smile broadly. Then to the Burgomaster we go.
Yes.
And Blinsky says, why are you bringing me?
Because we need character witness.
I don't feel like dying today. Maybe I'll go back to my shop.
Your shop is burned, your livelihood is dead. Unless you want to join it, you will follow us. Izek is dead. He is not a problem. You don't have to worry about him. We might join him before the end of the day. You should remain blameless no matter what.
He wipes his hand across his forehead like even in the rain he's wiping sweat off. And
What?
welcome back, Mr. Jeeves.
Hey, Mark.
Blinsky just kind of shyly looks at his feet and begins to follow you.
Who, me?
Elias, give him a hand. By which I mean let him see it.
Yes. So Elias very carefully produces the giant monstrous hand of Izek Strazni to show to Blinsky.
Blinsky says, "Hey, that's a pretty neat," and he he grabs it from you. I can't find my Blinsky voice. He sounds like Mario now, but Blinsky begins to
Mario.
Blinsky begins to like play with the hand and just kind of check out the articulation of it and the demon-like claws and stuff. He seems pretty fascinated with it.
Now is not the time to make a toy, Blinsky. I'm just showing you this for proof.
Oh yes, Very, very handy. And he hands it back to you.
It's downright clawsome. Now let's go.
I shall make a toy of it, and I will call it Handrew. His spirit seemed to pick up a little.
I'm sure it'll be a hot item, Blinsky. No, let's go.
Ha! Hot item. Ba-dum-bum. Okay. Mr. Jeeves, your silence earlier just confused me. I thought that you were just taking inaction as an action. But,
No.
Okay, so you move closer to the figure in the rain, and
just close enough to shout. Yes.
Right, and you may shout, for what you see is quite disturbing. You see a black hooded figure, its face skeletal, its hands also skeletal. It's holding a giant scythe, and it seems to be hovering a few feet off the ground.
It's the damn Grim Reaper.
Yes, that's exactly what it looks like.
I'm going to turn tail and run.
You hear a dark laughter within your mind. And you run away.
I run towards the Burgomaster house.
Okay. Let's see here. Don't think I need to roll for this, but I will anyway. A sickle starts flying your direction. You hear it whiz through the air and right by your head. It lands in one of the houses that you're passing by, that you were pretty close to around the corner. And you can see that it has a scroll, that it's a scroll attached to the handle of the scythe. Looking around, you don't see any sign of the Reaper anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna stop then and grab the scroll and keep moving away from the scene.
All right. You pack the scroll away, you acquire the scroll. I don't know what you do with it, but it's raining, so I don't know if you tuck it away or not.
I'll stick it under the sheet.
Yes. It is under the sheet with your long-departed friend, or recently departed friend, and you arrive at the Burgomaster's mansion, close to about the same times as your friends do.
Okay. I flag them down and retail my sudden tale of and the Grim Reaper. Who I assume is the Grim Reaper.
And what's noticeably weird is that the streets were empty, but here, now close to the Burgomaster, you see other people in the streets, and your friends can't attest to the same absence of life that you experienced.
I take out the scroll and hand it to Elias to read.
Elias, you can sense some kind of divine magic about this scroll. Given time to study it, you think you may be able to understand what it does.
Okay, so I'll use a religion check on it then?
Yes.
Okay.
Is that what I think it is? That's out of character.
Probably not, but maybe close? I don't know. What do you think it is, out of character?
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay, that's more like it.
Okay, well, first try didn't go so well.
Nah. You can definitely tell it's some kind of divine magic, though.
Burgomaster now. Scroll later.
All right.
Okay.
So,
Unless you can understand it in the next 2 minutes.
Okay, well, I'll try again if that's all right.
sure, a minute later you try again.
14.
You can't quite get the hang of exactly what it does, but it has something to do with death. It looks like it might be out of your skill range.
Okay. At first, Elias thought that Jeeves was like hallucinating from the shock of what happened, and he kind of, wrote off his experience as nonsense. But now he thinks something's really to it, and he's intrigued.
Yeah.
Death gave you a scroll with death.
Oh,
After our companion just died.
I shall look into this later.
Sounds like more than coincidence for sure. All right, so what are you doing with Alexandra's body while you're knocking on the Burgomaster's mansion? Or do you even want to knock? What do you want to do? You guys are all there now.
I'm still holding on to her.
Push the door open.
All right. So you open the door unannounced, but it's locked.
Pick it.
We could just knock.
Fine.
No.
Knock.
All right. You knock, and Lydia opens the door and greets you. Oh, it's you fine folks again. What a pleasure.
Where's your husband?
He's in his study reading his books.
Tell him we have the culprit behind most of his woes. Tell him he's
this
going to be
sounds
very
important.
angry.
This sounds very important.
It is
Please, come in.
exceedingly important.
All right, so she welcomes you back into her house, and you guys will find the old familiar study. Okay. Yeah, you're in the room for a little bit, the study there, alone for a moment. Did anyone want to do anything before the Burgomaster comes down and talks with you?
Lay out Alexandra's body. Give it a gentle, reposed look.
All right.
Elias, look at your scroll.
Yes, my friend. Ooh.
Yeah, you can't really tell, but with the more you inspect it, the more you can kind of tell that it says something about sacrifice.
Okay, can I get another one?
Well, before the Burgomaster comes in, no.
Okay.
But if you spend a little bit more time with it and study it, it's not like normal words. It's written in a divine magical script. So it's kind of akin to some kind of think of it like a math equation, only it's magic instead of math.
So
It's gestures, words that you do know, and rituals that that you understand that it's describing. But knowing what they do and what they'll accomplish is not quite clear to you.
right.
So the Burgomaster comes in, and he has his two large Mastiff dogs with him. He enters the room and looks down at the dead body on the floor and says,
Ouch.
I'm deeply sorry for your loss. What has happened in my town?
We have your hero, and we have your villain. I have a story for you. And with your help, there can still be a happy ending.
Well, please do tell.
I want your assurances that you won't release the hounds if you get angry at us.
Of course, you're in good company. You can make an insight check.
I
on
know,
that one.
sir. I'm not at my computer. Can someone roll for me?
Yeah, I can. Jack, skills, insight. Is that a +2?
Mine's a +5.
And you rolled a 10.
I got a +3.
Okay, so I don't know what to believe. That being said,
Mr.
asked
Jeeves
me-
does. Oh, and Elias. Yeah, they can tell that
Elias.
he's ready to unleash these hounds if you just say something too wrong. But
So,
he's
Elias-
giving you the
Elias,
benefit of the doubt. You can also tell that he's giving you the benefit of the doubt here. There's no reason for him to freak out just yet.
You asked me to confirm the Watchers were gunning for your seat.
Yes.
They are. Absolutely. They have been working against you for years.
I knew it.
They weren't your problem.
And you just remove the one obstacle.
In fact, even now they're moving against you.
Ghost of Alexandra is so loud.
Even now they're moving against you. The women of the knitting circle are seeking to bring you down.
The knitting circle.
I have
What
terrible
knitting
news,
circle? What circle do you speak of? And he looks around paranoid. His eyes darting back and forth.
She did say knitting circle last week, right?
Who is she? His wife Lydia, or
The Lady Watcher. She
Oh yes,
told us.
Fiona Watcher said that. Ernst said that her book club will take care of things from
Yeah,
there.
book club.
In which case, Jack would have said, the book club is working against you. Actually, no. No, he wouldn't have said that. He would have told that their forces are already working to bring you down, and I can tell you how. But to put it very succinctly, you had a snake in your grass.
Yes, well, I have had staff gone missing recently. Is that who you speak of?
Unfortunately not.
Then who?
Your lieutenant.
Izek, you mean? The captain?
Yes.
That is a very grave accusation.
I'm aware.
Then tell me.
We brought it to his attention. And by we, I mean my friend. At this point, there is legitimately a notes of sadness and almost crying in his voice as he motions at Alexandra. He could not bear the accusations alone. He killed her. In defending ourselves, we killed him as well.
You've killed my captain of the guard?
Yes, I did. Stress I.
Choose your next words very carefully. What exactly
Lindsay.
is he guilty of?
He is guilty of suppressing your populace. He is guilty of working in league with dark forces. He is guilty in... Jack's not. I am. He is guilty of controlling through fear and intimidation your entire city and making them pay lip service to your noble ideals.
Elias's eyes widen.
Izek's strength and intimidation helps us. It makes us stronger, not weaker.
Helped. Past tense.
Blinsky, who set fire to your store?
Blinsky's looks at the two dogs and, despite his better judgment,
Blinsky.
says, Izek Strazni burned my toy shop down. He was threatening me. He made me make sick dolls for him. I'm sure if you look in his belongings, you will find evidence of the strange dolls he makes me make of many women.
Including our friend, Alexandra. Come to think of it.
That might be something we need to acquire.
We
An
also...
agent
Go ahead.
An agent of the Watcher family is even now moving to weaken your control of the city.
What do you mean?
I mean that without Izek, how do you reign, sir?
This city loves me. Me and my festivals are what brings us all together.
When was the last time you walked among the populace without Izek?
Why, Izek is like family to me. He's always with me.
I am
Unless he is serving his duties, he is part of this house. And I have never intruded upon his privacy, but if what you're saying is true and he is dead, then I suppose investigating his bedroom would be forgivable.
Regrettably, he is dead.
And what am I to do about these watchers that you say? What are they planning?
I suspect they are planning to turn the minds of people already against you together. Have you ever heard of something called the Game of Houses?
No. My family has ruled this land ever since this place
You
was...
heard the word politics.
Yes, I know what politics are. Are you talking down to me?
No, sir. Never, sir. What I am saying, my lord, is that is the weapon they're wielding against you. And what I will suggest to you will sound... You're going to want to release the dogs. But I ask you not to release the dogs. With Izek dead, your control over the city is at its weakest. I am not suggesting that the Watchers will supplant you, but it is more conceivable than it was this morning.
The guards will protect me if you're thinking that an assassination is afoot.
No, sir. I'm suggesting an ouster. I'm saying that they are plotting an ouster.
I do not believe you understand exactly how much sway I hold in this town. One small house of nothing but an old woman, her crazy child, and 2 sons is going to do anything about usurping me from my position as burgomaster.
And yet you were worried enough to put a spy upon them, when you have no others in your employ.
Yes,
and they
you claim
have a
much
significant
about
number.
politics. What significant number?
They have one very dedicated man who knows everything about this city, including the goings-on and doings of your household.
We have nothing to hide. We're very generous. My wife brings many of the common folk in to enjoy cake and their company on a daily basis. We are loved by many throughout this city.
Out of character reminder, was Izek Lydia's brother?
No, Lydia is the brother of Father Lucian.
Ah, okay.
Did I say Lydia was the brother?
Yeah, you did. That's fine.
That's me.
Yes, you did,
That's me
but
in a
that's
nutshell.
okay. Whatever's between them is their business, and I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, she's the sister of Father Lucian.
That's only funny because my friend Lydia used to be my friend Wesley.
Oh, well,
Wow.
okay. You literally wouldn't have to change your name from Wesley. I mean, it works either way.
Wesley.
Oh, Wesley.
W.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Sir, with all due respect, if we could peruse, or if you would like to peruse, Izek's bedchambers, it should lend some credence. It may lend some credence to what I say.
What you say does not convince me at all, but I have known Blinsky for many years. He's been a crucial part of the joy in this town. I will take his word over yours and investigate.
We also think it is plausible that Izek Strazni stole the bones from the church himself as well.
This is
Had them
preposterous. One of you should escort me. Jack. The other 2 shall stay here. We will all go... Blinsky, I, and Jack shall go investigate Izek's room.
As you will.
Very
All right.
well.
So he leads you out of the hall, and let's see, where's Izek's room? He's going to take you up the stairs. On the upper floor. Get into drawing mode here. On the second story, the staircase climbs 20 feet to a beautifully appointed gallery that continues towards the west, running almost the length of the mansion. Framed landscaped paintings line the walls, and red silk drapes cover a 10-foot-tall arched window of leaded glass. And then he continues onward in the hall. You can see another stairway at the very end. But you don't get that far. He takes a right turn. You see another long hallway. I don't know if you can see my screen. Let me update it. If you just pan upwards. Does everybody see it?
Yeah.
Alright. Yes, the Burgomaster takes you into that hallway, and then the first door on the right, he stops. Alright, this room is locked, and he does not have the key. He says, Izek has locked his room. Not that I've ever tried to open it before.
If I may, sir.
And he nods and kind of smiles a bit, as if he knew this might be your kind of thing.
You did hire a spy master, sir.
Of course. Go ahead and... Oh, are you...
Please?
You're not with us.
I will be in about 5 minutes, but I'm not right now.
Okay. You can't see the map I was talking about either. But, alright, so you get a +6 to your Thieves' Tools. And don't quite snap it on the first try, but I'll let you try again. No luck a second time.
Do you want
Yeah,
me
a
to
few
roll
minutes
for
have
him?
passed, and the Burgomaster's looking at you like, oh, come on now, Jack. One more time, for posterity's sake. Excellent. Okay. You probably would have rolled better than I did. But finally, after a couple of minutes of trying...
I don't know, you haven't gotten 6 ones tonight.
That's true. That's true. You pop the lock and enter the room. Dolls. This room is full of pretty little dolls. And they all have powder white skin for the most... Well, not all of them, but most of them have powder white skin. Some have auburn hair. Some of them have straw-colored hair. Some are dressed beautifully, others plainly. And some of the dolls fill a long bookshelf. Others are arranged in neat rows on wall-mounted shelves. Still, others are piled atop a bed with a heavy wooden chest. What's most odd is that one of these looks familiar to you. And Alexandra's button eyes stare at Jack.
And we've seen it before in Leslie's shop, so it's not the first time we've seen the doll.
Right.
Blinsky, can you attest that these are your handiwork?
Yes, I made each and every one of these. They may look pretty, but to me they're very disturbing. The Burgomaster's face, he doesn't believe what he's seeing. He says, this one here, and he picks it up off the shelf. He says, oh, no. And he goes off across the room and grabs another one that looked like it caught his attention. He says, this cannot be. I believe I knew some of these women. They all went
I know
missing.
I knew one.
I don't know what to say, Jack. This is very, very peculiar.
I understand, sir. Pick up Alexandra, cradle her.
Okay. Alexandra, you see your world shift and the view spin as Jack picks you up and begins to cradle you.
I know I am new to your town, sir, but believe me when I say that Izek is the cause. I would put my life on the fact that Izek is the cause of death of these women. I know he was the cause of this one's death.
I cannot believe this, but I need a moment.
Of course, sir.
He ushers everybody out of the room and closes it behind him, and he's just shaking his head like he can't believe what he just saw. He says, "Excuse me while I go to my study," and he opens the door directly across from Izek's room. It looks like a library. You can see in there as he walks in. And he starts rummaging around in his desk. This room's pretty impressive. It has floor-to-ceiling shelves that line every wall of this windowless room, and the number of books contained here is nothing short of astounding. A brass oil lamp sits atop a large desk in the center of the room. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and has a symbol of a roasting bear stitched into its back cushion.
A roasting bear?
Roasting bear.
Roaring bear. I can't read. The roasting bear. I thought that would be a weird emblem to have on your furniture, but hey, I thought I was reading what it said.
Hey, can Elias be studying the scroll while this is going on?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a religion check.
All right. My character sheet is gone. What the hell?
You just click on your portrait in the upper left.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Oh, here it is. It was on the bottom of the screen. Okay. Religion.
Blues.
10?
You don't glean anything extra. The Baron pulls out a bottle of very expensive-looking bourbon, pours himself a glass, takes a stiff drink.
I think we lost Logan.
Did we?
Yeah.
Well, it's time for us to wrap up anyway. The Burgermaster looks up at Jack and he says, "We must defend ourselves against the Watchers. This is very disturbing. This is a very unusual day. I fear that all may not be well." And that's where we'll wrap up. Well, unfortunately, I will not be available next week.
Oh, yeah.
The week
I like
after that, I plan on playing, but that will be one of the only out of 4 days, like in a year, that I don't have my daughter. So I'm not going to say that I'm flaky 2 weeks from now, but I might be flaky 2 weeks from now.
Date night is the date night, man.
But the plan is go ahead and plan on meeting not next week, but the week after.
Alrighty.
Okay.
And Alexandra, we will talk about the next session out of character together in private.
Okay.
I don't want to keep you in the dark too much.
I think Elias is going to figure out that this is written in the Notion language that is involved with Bloodstain too.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. Maybe even if I wasn't thinking that, maybe we should do that. Jack's back. You gotta see what this is. Jeeves is
Yeah.
making us do.
Creepy doll.
In a town in the woods at the top of a hill, there's a house where no one lives. So you take a big bag of your big city money there and buy it. But at night when the house is dark and you're all alone, there's a noise upstairs. At the top of the stairs there's a door and you take a deep breath and try it. And the flashlight shows you something moving just inside the door. There's a tattered dress and a feeling you have felt somewhere before. And there's a creepy doll that always follows you.
Okay. I like Jonathan Colton. He does the Code Monkey.
Yeah.
Code Monkey song.
And the Gladys song.
Oh, the Gladys song? I don't know if I know that one. Unless
Yeah,
you
the
mean
end
the
of-
actual one that's in the game.
Yeah, the end of Portal 2.
Oh, he did that?
Oh, he wrote it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, Jack, just as you were... I think we lost you just as the last little bit happened, which was the Burgomaster looks at you and he says, "We must do something about the Watchers. I fear that all may not be well." And heck, while we're all still here, Elias, roll one more time. Come on.
All right.
I think I
Get
might
that
just give
natural
this to
20.
you since it
Yeah,
makes
we've been
more sense.
studying a
Nope,
while.
a 2. Jeez.
Oh.
Man, okay, well, I'm just going to pretend that Elias's dice aren't totally terrible. You discovered that the scroll that was given to Jeeves by Death himself is a means of bringing someone back from the grave. However, it requires a human sacrifice.
Alright, cool.
And that's where we'll leave this. Wow.
Boom.
Now the good rolls. Well, Jeeves, you've been doing some good stuff all night, really. Oh, look
Yeah,
at that.
that's-
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Jack burns him now that he doesn't need him.
Jeeves and Jack have natural 20.
Damn. Back to back.
Now that the game is over, we get 20s. Yeah.
Yeah, you're wasting them. Those were the next rolls that you guys were going to roll, and all right. So, any final thoughts before we take our break? It's going to be 2 weeks before we hear each other again.
I would like some custom art of Jeeves finishing off Izek.
Yeah, you're not getting it now.
Why not?
She's pissed.
Well, it's not like Jeeves killed him.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, it's not like Jeeves killed you. Is what I meant.
It's like Alexandra being dead isn't even bothering her. It's more that we killed Izek that she's upset about.
Is
Logan.
is that true, April?
Logan's wanting to know if we leveled.
Oh no, you did not level up. Although experience will be easily shared for the moment. No level, sorry.
That was a fun night.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't know if April did.
It was easy on her throat.
I was surprised she
Not
broke
to the
that
point.
grapple. So, are you more upset that you're dead or that Izek Strozny's dead?
Both.
Both. Both suck. Okay.
I had the best rolls of the night and it didn't do jack shit.
It certainly did. I mean,
No, it didn't.
you
Because
had,
it
you had
resolve
opportunities to escape, but you chose to kiss him instead. You could have gone immediately for the door, not slowly towards it, and tried to get out and run, or you could have went through the window, but you chose to stay and play. And I tried to make it absolutely clear that he is an absolute psychopath. Just didn't work out. I couldn't get the message across. I tried to be as blunt about how evil and psychotic that guy is, and it just didn't change anything. But yes, the rolls were great. You broke the grapple off the first round, and strangulation's not quite like suffocation. It's not like holding your breath. It's the blood is being cut off from your brain, and you only have so much oxygen in there, so much time. And you broke that the very first attempt, so that was a great start. I thought that you may have gotten out of it, but then you chose to fight instead of flee, to reason instead
trying
of
to fight.
survive.
She was trying to convince him not to fight, which, you know, didn't work out either, but...
Yeah.
But it was like Mike said, I mean, he wasn't going to stop.
Yeah, I tried to make that as clear as I possibly could.
He almost stopped until I burnt him.
Well, yeah, I was like, holy crap, these guys are just gonna nullify him.
Well, if command had worked for Elias, I was going to make him flee, so he would run away from us as far as he could.
Right. That would have allowed at least something different to happen. I don't know if it would have been a good thing. You guys kept it contained, at least.
Yeah.
There was no guards, like, hacking you apart or anything like that. Yeah, Jack says it doesn't even look like we have to flee Vallaki. Right. Ernst says you might not want to stand around unless you enjoy revolutions, but you definitely don't have to leave Vallaki. You have made a few allies here. Toymaker, family at the inn. Rictavio is a pretty good friend. Patch Jeeves up. Jeeves might know a little bit more about Rictavio than everyone else, since he spent some time with him.
I think there'll be a lot of people quite relieved to know that Izek is gone from his post. And not just the Watchers.
Oh yes, the Watchers must be very pleased right now. They got exactly what they wanted.
Yeah.
So far. It's getting late, but I'm tempted to make you guys roll perception checks. We really gotta stop. Okay. 2 weeks will not happen soon enough. I'll stop the recording now. We can reconvene after my vacation.
Oof.
All right, man.
All right.